You probably work with great people, and I bet you have lots to do, and hopefully this work feels valuable to you. But do you feel a sense of purpose in the work you do? And even more important, does your team share a common why in the work you do? This video is about the vision sprint and how to set a clear why in your team in less than 1 hour. The vision sprint is a one-day workshop where you and your team articulates your why, your what, and your how. It's sort of a mixtape between business strategy and design sprint best practices, which is conformed into a workshop. It brings you a clear set of focus areas and OKRs, or objectives and key results, which will give you execution towards your vision. And if you don't know Simon Sinek and Start With Why, please Google it. The vision sprint actually starts 2 weeks before the actual workshop, where we send out the first survey asking you about your why. So we talk about the concept of the why and how to construct a clear why. The second survey is sent about 1 week before the workshop, and it consists of 3 things. The first one is that we show what everyone else have responded in the first survey. The second one is that we allow you to vote on these answers and rank them. And the third thing is that you get the chance to update your original why into an even better one. So after this, enough with survey, we now have all we need to start the vision sprint. So on the first day, we have a wall with voted notes with the results from the survey, and all post-its are also pre-printed. Yeah, pre-printed. We here at It's in the Node have a unique approach to how we handle workshops. So we do these surveys to also be able to print the data around the surveys up on the wall, on post-its, so everything is very prepared when you arrive here. It saves us a ton of time. And it's also really cool because after the vision sprint, we export a CSV file with all the post-its and all the answers to the surveys in a CSV file. It is actually around 840 data points per vision sprint. So it's great if you want to scale vision using the vision sprint. So this is the first setup in the why exercise. So on the blue post-its we have contributions, on the pink post-its we have the impact. And we voted on these, so we have them ranked. So the top contribution and the top impact. And together they form a unique concatenated why. So we basically have 3 top whys, probably written by different people, but it gives a really cool insight on how our whys could be written. And on top of this, or below rather, we have the updated whys that we responded to in the second survey. So these would be on the orange post-its. The numbers are used to be able to do a closed vote. And what we mean by a closed vote is that everyone has a note where they write 3 numbers, and each of those numbers is a vote on the ones they think they are the best. And you can vote on your own, you can vote 3 votes on one and the same, doesn't matter. When everyone has voted, you can now rank the results. Let me show you how that's done. So you take these 1 to 6 alternatives and you rank them from left to right with the most votes on the right. And then the second thing that happens here is that now everyone sees the whys that you wrote about in the survey too. But you probably gained a lot of insights already, so probably a lot of people want to reshape their whys. So you do the same process again. Everyone writes an updated why, you set another 6 numbers if you're 6 people in the group, and then you redo the voting again. And from these results, after the second voting, you can then pin it down to 2-3 alternative whys that you want to look at. And that's where we bring it to something like this. So you have these 4 whys that the group has together agreed on. Some of them were from the first iteration and some of them are from the second iteration. And from this you can look at the concatenated whys you had in the beginning, the whys you worked on here, and from this you decide on one why that you clearly articulates. So now you provided input, you've been voting, you have iterated on the whys. You have the concatenated whys you have these updated whys, and now it's time to make a final decision about your formulated why. So in each vision sprint, there's one person who has the role as decider. And if you can't agree as a team here, the decider makes the final decision on your why. Well, that, dear viewers, for the next video. So please subscribe to us, like the video if you like it, and we will keep you in tune for the next video when it comes out. Thank you for watching.